Hi, I'm Bill Bartmann. Thanks for joining me. I want to talk to you about advertising. I want to talk to you about how we can be more efficient in the way we advertise our businesses, because that's one of the places where I have watched business people from all over the country and literally all over the world spend money unnecessarily. I think it's kind of a lack of knowledge or a lack of information or maybe a lack of experience in the advertising arena, where we listen to advertising people telling us how we're supposed to spend our budget. Boy, that's about the worst thing in the whole world we can do. And all due respect to advertising people, and I love them, but that's kind of like, the fox in the chicken coop. When we're telling or asking the people who are in charge of spending the money what we should spend it on, we shouldn't be too surprised that we get an answer that works in their best interest. Now, I'm not suggesting they're bad or evil people. I am suggesting they're as human as you and I are. And that we have to be able to think our way through this. And as a business owner, as a business person, we have an obligation to set the course for the company. We have the obligation to make sure that we're making decisions that work for all of our employees. And when we start abdicating our role, we start letting somebody else make business decisions for us, that almost always is bad. Well, advertising is a decision we have to make. And if we abdicate that, if we give the power to somebody else, we let them make the decision of how we're going to spend our advertising budget and where it's going to go, then quite frankly, we just walked away from a responsibility. And we shouldn't do that. It's not difficult to understand some of the basics about advertising. So let me, in the limited time we have available, talk to you about some of the things that are very, very important to understand about this concept of advertising. And the first part, and kind of the most obvious of these 5 steps, is you have to be able to attract attention. Your ad has to cause people to have an interest, because if they're not looking, if they're not paying attention, it goes right by them. And number 2, it has to appeal to the reader's interest. So you've got to find a way to say something, whether it's in your radio spot or your TV spot or your print spot, that appeals to whomever your reader is. You thirdly need to be able to communicate your unique advantage. You need to be able to demonstrate why your product, your goods, your services are unique from your competitors. Number 4, you need to be able to prove your advantage. You need to be able to establish to the customer that you can do this job. Your goods, your services, your product is going to serve their need. It's going to take care of whatever it is that your product or goods or service is designed to do. And then last but not least, it has to motivate them to action. Because if you've done the first 4, if you've gotten their interest, you appealed to them, you proved your advantage, you showed how unique you were, but didn't tell them to do anything, didn't compel them to action, then what good did it do? They read your ad, but they didn't do anything. Well, we don't want them just to read our ad. We want them to read our ad and do something about that. So let me take you through each one of these 5 points, one at a time.